Dream Team, it's your boy Neal back with another reaction video, guys. Here we are with Americans' mistakes in Germany. Before we dive in, I need you to dive into that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. Social media, Patreon, all up top. You don't subscribe to any of it, put all the links in the description. All you gotta do is hit the link, follow me, talk to me. I'm human. I talk back. You guys got a favorite video suggestion? You can subscribe to Patreon or drop it in the comment section. What do we got?
What's up, everybody? We are Deanna and Phil. Deanna's from the United States and I'm from Germany.
And in this video, we're going to talk about mistakes that I've made in Germany as a foreigner, specifically American from the USA.
And the first problem Deanna had was the oven knob.
Yeah. So in the US, I've only ever used ovens with buttons. There would be knobs for the stovetop burners, but that's the extent of the knobs. And usually there are some type of buttons that say bake, clean, light, timer. You'll just set it to your desired temperature when you want to bake. I've lived in multiple rental apartments and my family has gone through several ovens. So the buttons are pretty normal and, may I say, standard for the US.
It's just buttons.
Just buttons.
My oven got knobs. It got knob for the oven and knob for the stovetop burners. What the? You don't know how to use it? Let me let you finish the story, Deanna. I'm sorry.
And, may I say, standard for the US.
It's just buttons.
Just buttons. However, in Germany, or at least the few ovens that I've used, there are knobs with just like 5 or 6 pictures instead of words.
Yeah,
and the frozen packages will even use these pictures in the instructions. Yeah, once I had it on the wavy line with the fan instead of the fan with the 2 straight lines, and I burnt my beautiful frozen pretzel.
Okay, yeah. Now I can't blame you now, yeah. Cause I thought I was like, am I tripping? But nah. My oven got knob, but it like tell you what degrees like you want that you setting the oven to. Like I ain't seen nothing like that. That would confuse me too.
The fan with the 2 straight lines, and I burnt my beautiful frozen pretzel. We don't like to waste food in this household, so it was a very, very sad day.
Yeah, that was the barbecue function for the pretzel, I guess. I also remember one time you like preheated the oven once, and when I wanted to put the food in, it was still cold. I don't know, it's normal to me. It's just a weird 2-knob system with different modes and then just the temperature on the other knob.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I don't know if anybody ever uses these modes besides like the 1 or 2 standard ones.
Okay.
Number 2.
That makes sense. Oh yeah, I would just use the one knob that puts the temperature of the oven. I wouldn't know of anything about the modes. Yeah, I would just
these modes besides like the 1 or 2 standard ones. Number 2 is gonna be phone passwords.
Yeah, okay, so I feel so bad for this one. So we play Pokemon Go a lot, which is a game on your phone, and I often trade Pokemon with Phil, and I use his phone to battle in raids together with his account. Anyways, I was using his phone and the app kept crashing. So I reset his phone thinking it would fix this glitch. When I restarted it, it asked for his PIN, and I kept putting it in and it kept failing. I tried 1 too many times, and all of a sudden his phone was just locked.
Yeah, if you type in the wrong PIN 3 times in a row, your phone locks. Here people know that, it's normal. I thought this would be normal around the world, but you then need your like emergency PIN, which we call a PUK, P-U-K, to unlock it. And you get that thing with like the initial paperwork. But yeah, she locked my phone and luckily we were able to find that PUK code. It's like a fear of every German. You never want to have to use your PUK.
I feel so bad. I was worried that you would have to get like a new number and it would be so difficult to transfer with all the accounts. So lesson learned. Also, never throw away that special backup PUK number they give to you with the initial SIM card. Yeah.
Why would you keep putting in the wrong PIN? Like, why would you? I don't understand why you kept putting the PIN in if it was telling you it was wrong. But yeah, that's different. We don't have. I mean, like, you can lock your phone, I guess, and like to unlock it, you got to type in your code or use your fingerprint or whatever you want to do. But like, to reset the phone, there's not a code that we have to type in. I guess I do have to type in my password when it turns back on in order to get into the phone. But when it locks for like an hour, it locks for 10 minutes, or no, it's not locked for good until you got the PUK.
Special backup PUK number they give to you with the initial SIM card. Yeah.
Number 3 is the good old Käseburger.
Okay, so I still sometimes make this mistake because it's kind of a funny joke now.
Yeah.
But when I was first learning German, I wanted to use the German language that I was learning, right? Naturally. So we were at this restaurant and I ordered a Käseburger.
Yeah, because cheese is Käse.
Yeah, thinking I know the word for cheese and a burger is a burger, therefore Käseburger, right?
Yeah.
Right? Wrong. They just say cheeseburger here, and they looked at me like I was weird for trying to use this German word.
Yeah, I think they thought you were trolling them. It was a little uncomfortable. But I wonder if anybody actually ever calls it a Käseburger. If you like anybody, Germans or whatever, let us know below.
Let us know. It's a Käseburger.
Käseburger.
Mistake number 4 was mailing addresses and names.
Yeah, so when we first visited Germany in 2018, we were here for a few months and I needed a new passport. So we went to the US Embassy. I needed to have a self-addressed envelope so that the embassy could mail back my passport once it was done. So I did that. And a few weeks after I was supposed to get my package, it was not there. So I was calling to figure out why my package was stuck in Kassel for some reason. But long story short, my package went back to the embassy. I had to send a second pre-addressed envelope to the embassy to get it remailed back to me. I don't know what happened. We put my name on the mailbox and everything since that is required in Germany to receive a package. The name on the package must match the name on the mailbox.
That was annoying, and since we had to leave Germany in a few weeks, Diana really needed her passport.
Yeah.
And I think it might have been the number thing, like the one at the 7s. Also in Germany, we address mail a little bit different than in the US. It would look something like this. Name of the recipient, then street name, and then the house number in the same line, then the zip code and the city, and then Germany, like the country below that.
Okay.
And in the US, we usually address mail like this, with the name of the recipient, then the street address with the number first, then city, state, zip code, all on the same line, and then the country below.
And by the way, when that happened to us, there was no notification, no message, no mail.
wow.
But yeah, I don't know if that was exactly our fault, but you were able to experience how crappy the German mail can be firsthand.
Yeah, it was fun.
Before we talk about more mistakes, we need you to like the video and subscribe to our channel. Danke. Thank you. And if you want to further support us, you can do that on patreon.com/Deanna and Phil. Now let's get back to the video.
Mistake number 5 was, in general, saying things wrong in German.
That's gonna happen. Learn a new language, you're gonna say some stuff wrong. That's an understandable
Number
mistake.
5 was, in general, saying things wrong in German.
Yeah, so I'm learning German still, and I say things wrong a lot. It's already difficult for me to build up courage to speak German, especially in public. I don't know what it is, but sometimes I just get very nervous when trying to speak German, especially to people I don't know. The most German-speaking interaction I had at the beginning of the pandemic lockdown here in Germany is at the supermarket cash register. If any of you have been to a supermarket in Germany, you already know how stressful the situation can be while I'm quickly shoving my groceries in as fast as I can because apparently it's a race here for some reason. The cashier asks, "Haben Sie Payback-Karte?" And I respond, nein, ich habe nicht. And I already knew after I said it that something sounded off, but I hear a snobby snicker from a Frau behind me, and I awkwardly pay for my groceries and just run out of there as fast as I can. The correct response is nein, habe ich nicht, and to this day, I've never made that mistake again. This was a very uncomfortable language learning lesson.
Yeah, you felt so embarrassed, but I totally understand the difficulty of speaking another language. It's especially difficult speaking to people you don't know, like strangers, or different situations and their different accents. I think it's pretty pathetic to make fun of a non-native in your language, like in a situation like that. It's just a reminder.
Exactly, they learning the language. Like, help them. No, don't make fun of them. Don't clown them, because then they don't want to try to learn anymore. Yeah, don't do that.
Pathetic to make fun of a non-native in your language, like in a situation like that. It's just a reminder to be kind and empathetic to someone trying to learn or speak another language or your language.
Yeah.
Just help them.
Yeah.
Don't laugh at it.
And that goes for in the US as well, not just here in Germany, all over the world.
I'm still getting crap for how I speak English, and I think it's decent.
It is pretty good.
Mistake number 6 is accidentally forgetting to pay for gas at the gas station.
Okay, I've never done this. but I'm still very worried that I might forget to pay for my gas at the gas station, petrol, gas, whatever, car fuel. Because here in Germany, you pay for gas afterwards. And I think this is true of a lot of European countries. After you've pumped your gas, you go in and you pay. Sometimes you can pay at the pump, right?
Yeah, sometimes.
However, in the US, you pay for your gas before you pump.
All right, so in the US, you always pay before, right?
Mostly.
What if you don't know how much to put into your tank?
Yeah, so if you pay with card, it usually just automatically does whatever you fill out.
Yeah.
But if you're paying with cash or a card beforehand, you go in and you just tell them the amount at the cash.
If you pay at the, like she said, if you pay at the pump, you just put in your card and then you put the pump into your car and you just fill it up, and then however much it costs, that's however much your card is charged. So you can still fill it up and know exactly how much to put in the gas tank, because it's gonna click, like it's gonna stop pumping gas when the car is full. So and then it'll tell you. But if you do pay beforehand, like if you go into the store and pay with cash, or you go into the store and pay with your card, then yeah, you don't know how much to fill up. You just put in however much you think you need. But so long story short, just pay at the pump with your card and you can fill up, no problem.
Cash or a card beforehand, you go in and you just tell them the amount at the cash register of how much you want to fill up in your tank.
Yeah, it's just a little bit confusing to me, especially first time around. But like, what if I pay cash and I say, I want gas for 20 bucks, and then I start filling up and it just ends up the tank being full at 17.50. What happens then?
Huh. Yeah, I've never had to do this, but I guess you would just walk in and get your change.
You do just walk in and get cash. I've never had to do it either, but I heard stories of this. But you just walk in and get your money back and they'll give it to you.
Then.
Huh. Yeah, I've never had to do this, but I guess you would just walk in and get your change, probably.
That's probably a very unusual situation.
Yeah, I don't know. I think most people pay with card, but let us know. Have you ever had to go back in to the gas station to get your change?
Yeah. Which situation is weirder, the German one or the US one? I think the US one. Mistake number 7 was greeting everyone when walking into a doctor's office or some waiting area.
Yeah, I had no idea this was a culture in Germany there was this culture of saying hi or greeting everyone when you walk into a waiting room of like a doctor's office or something. In the US, I'm absolutely used to this. In the US, it's very normal to politely say hi in the waiting area, maybe make some small talk about whatever's playing on the television. However, in Germany, I made the assumption that it's normal to just silently sit down in a waiting area. Since no one greets or responds to my greetings anyways normally, when I'm in a small town, especially hiking, I tend to say hello, morgen, moin, whatever. It's just a nice friendly greeting, but I get a response back 50% of the time at best. So in my mind, people aren't inclined to speak to strangers, like, right? So then why would they want to do that in a stuffy, awkward waiting room situation? So once I just walked in and sat down and I got a stare from an older lady. There was a delay of like 10 seconds of silence, and then she sternly said Guten Tag and nodded her head. So I think she was trying to educate me about this.
Yeah, I think it's not a big deal. So I guess in a waiting room, you could consider it a more private situation. So you're a little more inclined to say hello than in the fields. But when people don't say it back outdoors, it just bothers me. And I think that's an example where the Germans are just too cold. Like, just say hello.
I don't know. So now I just say hello when I walk into a waiting room area. I just say, I'm here, ich bin hier, hallo, guten Tag.
You gotta hug everybody, especially in a doctor's office.
Just go and kiss them.
And mistake number 8 is throwing away glass on Sundays, on holidays.
Throwing. Oh, I just spit. Dude, I had no idea this was a rule, and I thought you could just throw out glass whenever you wanted to. So I wanted to one day recycle glass on a Sunday, and Phil said, no, you're not supposed to do that because it's Sunday.
Yeah, Sundays are considered Ruhetag, like quiet days. So you're not supposed to make any loud noises, you can't mow your lawn or any other stuff on Sundays and holidays. It's just a rule, a law, I don't know. If you're throwing out glass, it can be loud and disturb the Sunday Ruhetag. I mean, we definitely know and see people who do that still on a Sunday, so I guess just sneakily. But be careful, everybody always says there's always an old person looking out of their window somewhere and they're going to scold you for breaking the rules or even call the cops.
Yeah, these are definitely things you have to adjust to. these are adjustments you have to make. If you're not from there, you don't know anything. These are different things that definitely need some time, some adjustment.
Scold you for breaking the rules or even call the cops. Oh, careful.
By the way, this video is sponsored by Ecovacs and their new high-end robot vacuum cleaner, the Ecovacs D-Bot T9 IV. I don't know about you, but I do not like cleaning the house, but I really appreciate a clean house. So we're kind of in a pickle here. But thanks to the D-Bot T9 IV, we are now having a robotic cleaning aid that does all. Back to the video.
Anyway, those were 8 mistakes that Deanna made. Some a little more embarrassing, some a little less embarrassing
just funny.
when she came to Germany. Yeah, let us know in the comments if you experienced any similar things to that or if you made even more embarrassing mistakes.
Yeah. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Shout out Deanna and Phil. They're super dope. That's all we got for this one. You guys got a favorite video suggestion? You can subscribe to Patreon. Or drop it in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel. Ring the notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. Social media and Patreon are all up top. You can subscribe to any of it. Put all the links in the description. All you got to do is hit the link. Follow me. Talk to me. Love talking to you guys. You guys are the most incredible team on YouTube. It's your boy D Neal. Out.